Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Sas the Red and welcome back to the Red Rundown. Today we have a very special guest. As you know, we do interview smaller YouTube channels. So I think he's got something like 65,000 subs, something like that. Master Cheeks, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Yeah?
Hello there.
Hello. So before we even start, how would my 200 subscribers find you? How would they reach out to you? What would be the best
Well,
way?
just search up Master Cheeks.
Master Cheeks.
I think I've become like more widespread than the Paramount TV show
Spread
meme now.
cheeks.
So
I got you. But not on any certain websites. Just on YouTube. Nowhere else.
yeah, no, the only other place
Okay.
I'm on is
Pro
Twitter, but
yeah.
I'm trying to get off that, to be honest, because I hate Twitter.
Gotcha. So you don't want to be searching on the hub or anything like that. You probably get different results, and it isn't him. No matter what they, money they want to give you, it's not him. All right. So just want to get that out there. So for those who aren't aware what the Red Rundown is, it's where I speak to a random person on YouTube and learn a bit about them. So to start off with, right, we have a little bit of a garage sale kind of segment where we either ask our guests to bring in an item of significance regarding something they like. Obviously, I've hassled this poor man for a week to get him on the show, so he hasn't had time to think about anything. So I'm wondering if you had one particular, let's say, either a hard copy of a game, a piece of art, whatever it is, regarding Halo, what would you say is the most significant thing to you when you think of Halo?
Yeah, I've got a Halo 3 poster on my wall. That's about it.
Yeah, right. Of the actual
I don't
like
have much
game art.
in the ways of I don't have much in the ways of physical media.
I got you.
Really
I got
for
you.
any kind of project. The only thing I'm like that I actually do collect is like those like high quality Godzilla figures that cost like 50 quid. So I collect one of them like once a year.
Yeah, right. I've actually never seen. How big are
Apart
they?
from that, I don't have
Are
much.
they like the life size
They're
ones?
they're about no, no man. They're about I'd say like the size of your hand,
Right.
maybe a bit bigger.
Gotcha. It's not
But
too
yeah, I've got
big
way too many of them.
and expensive. What are they made out of?
Oh yeah, plastic. I'm assuming, but they're like really detailed,
Premium.
so they cost a ton.
Not the Timu
Probably not
kind.
as much as you are.
Not the Timu kind of plastic.
No,
Nah, the real stuff.
they're from like higher toys or something. They're like this. They're like things I wish when I was a kid. I wish these existed because they're actually really good.
Pretty
But
sick.
yeah, now I just feel like a man child every time I buy one. To be honest,
Well, that means you're living life properly.
it's like the purchase equivalent of post nut clarity. Like I'll see it, and I'm like, that is so cool.
Yeah.
I'll buy it, and then I've just got like a month of regret until it arrives because I'm like, this has got a dent in my bank account now, and I
Yeah.
haven't even got the thing yet.
Yeah, right. I had that similarly. It was Displate. I don't know if you've heard of Displate, but it's all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, there's so much of it about. Surely it's pretty decent. So I bought it. I bought the. I don't know if you're very familiar with the Halo Reach art, but it's the like kind of multiplayer art where it's got the elite holding that bloke up with the energy sword, and it's got like the whole action
Oh yeah.
sequence behind. Yeah, I got that on display. It's actually pretty decent. So I haven't had a similar experience. I've actually been pretty happy with it. So not sponsored yet though. I would like that. Just throwing it out there. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna rock and roll. So we got a bit of an icebreaker because we literally just met probably 15 minutes ago. That's actually probably longer than anybody's kind of dealt with me when they haven't had to. So I'm gonna send a little thing. It's gonna come on everybody's screen, but Mr. Cheeks here is gonna get in his DM. It's a bit of. I spent a lot of time in it. All right, it took a lot of effort, a lot of glitter, a lot of glue. And it's basically going to be multiple questions here, and I need you to answer them. As a true Halo fan, you're going to tell me the truth. So we'll start with question one. Can you see it on your screen?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so question one, it's spot the three differences. Okay, can you tell me what's wrong with Halo 2 Chief?
He's got the 117 on
Okay,
him.
that's a good start.
I mean, did he have the ammo pouches in Halo 2? I don't think he did.
I don't think I can tell you that. That would kind of ruin the fun, so I won't tell you.
Silenced SMGs. I don't think they were in Halo 2.
Okay, it's okay to be wrong, but are you going to lock that in?
No, the SMGs were there, but they didn't have a silencer on them, did they?
I don't know. I don't make
Oh,
this.
no.
So, are you locking those three
Alright.
in?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're actually correct. So that was the hardest question out of the way. Now we're on to question two. So this is from OG Reach. It's a screenshot taken. I did take it off someone else's Reddit post, and it had some red circles and stuff on it. So I couldn't really be bothered getting rid of it. So forget about those. They're not clues. Unless question 3 is right in question 2. But basically,
first off, is the brute shot wasn't in Reach.
Ooh, straight into it. Okay, yes. So that's 1 out of the 6s. There's 6 differences, but it's basically 7. I don't really care.
Is it the armor lockup? I don't know. Was it just called armor lock?
Ooh.
In Reach, I can't remember.
Ooh.
I haven't played Reach since the. Well, I played a bit of it for the recent video, but apart from that, I don't really play Reach much.
I see. Well, that actually was circled on the Reddit post because that was a Mandela effect. So it turns out that's actually what it's called. A lot of people think it's armor lock because it's shortened, but no, it's armor lockup. So that is actually not changed. That's correct. So you've got 1 so far.
The ammo counter I'm so at all these details, mate. To be honest, mate, I don't really.
That's right. I just spent a lot of time and effort in this, so I won't cry about it. Don't worry about it. Genuinely. So you think it's the ammo counter?
I think I don't know. I'm kind of guessing. I think the is the grenade in the wrong spot. I don't know.
No, the grenade's in the right spot. I'll give you a hint.
Right.
The ammo counter, yes, there's no such thing as 88 rounds in the DMR, so you are right in that. So that on the top right and also on the gun, that's also a difference as such.
Right.
The OG Reach thing is a bit of a clue, but again, like you said, you haven't played in a while, so you might not recognize it. But there's something which a lot of people don't realize, unless you're playing a lot of the classic and not MCC. There's something they changed, which I think for the better, but others may think not. They changed something due to the armor ability, the jetpack. They made it where you're looking in a certain direction to kind of combat that, and that was to do with a certain adjustment.
Right. I wouldn't know. So I didn't get into Halo until about maybe 2020.
I see. Because I got into it when I was
played original Halo Reach.
2010. So when Halo Reach first came out, I would have been, well, I don't even know, I'm 21 now. I would have been some age. Either you can put it anywhere you like, or not at all, and embarrass me in front of Master Cheeks, which I'll be really sad about. But yes, I was X amount, and it was one of my favorite games. I love it to pieces. But I'll give you another clue. This one might seal the deal. If you look at where the weapon is facing, as opposed to something else on the screen, it doesn't match up.
Are you talking about like the reticle?
Yes. So it turns out the reticle in OG Reach was actually lower than that. They actually had it lowered.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So
see that I wouldn't have noticed that.
Basically, you're not a true Halo fan. What you're trying to say.
Detail.
So I think I might have to take ownership of your channel by the end of this. We'll sort it out at the end. We won't do it on the cameras playing, but I will do it at the end. So the next thing, I'll give you a clue. It's a bit personalized. It actually might have a bit of you in this image.
M Cheeks.
M Cheeks. You noticed that too. I can't really count. Wait, let me use my hands. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Aha, there's... I see. Okay, these ones are really bad. Just for the sake of time, and, it's quite tricky going into it. I might give you one of them, because it's a ridiculous one. It's the fact that the DMR scope actually has a very faint thingy on it, a reticle, even though it doesn't have that. And the second one was the fact that you spotted at the beginning very quickly, very well. You said that swap for armor lockup. Now, it would be quite problematic to be able to do that if you look at the currently selected armor ability.
Wait, what armor abilities he got?
So he's got a certain one at the bottom left, which kind of contradicts.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see it now.
So that was like kind of like your Sigma stat, whatever the cool kids say nowadays. I don't know what the new terminology is, but that's like that level. So we're not quite there yet, but you might be able to make up for it later on. So that was the first, I think, first question you nailed. Second one, it was sad times. I don't think you I think you might have failed that one, unfortunately. Maybe half marks. I'll give you half marks for that one. But the next one, question 3, is you'll find it just next to my beautiful graphic design is my passion badge. I actually got that a couple years back now. But to the left of that, there's a little red box. It's very, it's not harsh to the eye at all. Here's a bit of a little bit of a trivia question.
I
Okay.
would not know this one, so I'm just going to assume it's MC, but I don't know.
Ah, I see. I actually forgot because I didn't write these questions up. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to search that up right now. Choose boot has at the bottom. See, because I did have this up and I was like, this is a really good one. I'm going to remember this and I'm going to tell them. It's actually MRL. So there you go. I knew that. I was just questioning you. It's MRL. So that's a for question 3. We went to question 4, and you probably love this one because it's a bit personalized, and you can tell by the font for the number 4. It's one of our favorite games as a Halo fan. Everybody loves it. This is Halo 4 question 4, and this is spot the 5-ish differences. Now you should know this. You should. I hope.
I mean, yeah, you've made it so that it's you got your watermark there. I'm assuming that's your watermark anyway. And then there's the comment, and then the
Oh.
dislike, and the 0 subscribers.
Oh, there's something else. I'll be
There's
really
the comment
upset.
at the bottom.
I'll be really upset if you don't get this. Unless, hey, I didn't know this, but maybe you do rock this. I don't know.
Hang on. Let me.
Well, it's a big one. If you don't get this, that's it. You're cancelled, unfortunately.
Oh, right.
Ah.
Wait.
Oh.
As the Halo 4 poster in the background.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I sneakily put it there with my wonderful graphic design skills using the classic paint.net. So there you go.
See, the reason I didn't notice that is because I didn't actually make the background for my videos. That was made by my friend Big Boy Meatloaf.
What? Shout out to him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I'm working on something with him actually.
Maybe does he have a channel?
Yeah, he does. He's appeared in some of my videos.
Oh.
He's just called Big Boy Meatloaf.
I see. I'll try and link him in the description for my 200 subscribers, and they can check him out with my abundance of just, viewership. So there you go. You're guaranteed at least one subscriber. That's me. Meatloaf.
Big Boy Meatloaf.
Big Boy. How did I forget that one? Big Boy Meatloaf. The man himself. Okay, well, that wraps that one up. I hope you enjoyed that. That took a lot of time. I got a lot of paper cuts from that one. A lot of boo-boos, but it's fine. So I think overall you got, what's that? 1.5, 2.5 out of 4? Yes, 2.5 out of 4.
No.
That's decent. I don't know either, man. I'm just making this up as I go. So, anyway. So, now this is where we get deep. Because again, this is a talking show. And I like to get one-to-one with my guests and really get to know them. So, we have a bit of a question here. A bit of a curveball. Which you've probably never heard before. It's definitely not generic at all. And that is why YouTube? Out of interest, because I'm very intrigued to see how you, like, from when you started to like the transition to content. I also want to know the shift. I just want to know whatever you want to tell me. Let me know because I'd love to hear it.
So what do you mean by why YouTube?
Why YouTube? What made you start YouTube and like on the side and what?
So I just made the channel because I got that 11 Labs thing. And I thought you can get these characters to say some funny.
Yeah.
And I'd just gotten into Halo like a few years prior, so I thought, I can get mastered. There's like a ton of Master Chief lines that are like isolated, so you could make a pretty solid what's the word? Voice model for him in 11 Labs. So my mate was like, oh yeah, can you make him say this? Can you make him say that? So I uploaded them as just like funny, quick YouTube videos. Which, if you search by oldest videos on my channel, you can find them.
Yes, yeah, I have
stuff
seen
like
those.
Master Chief finds you watching Big Mouth or something.
Big Mouth. That was actually, I think that was the ones I actually watched as well. There was that one, and there was a couple others. But yeah, did you also use that for the podcast? Sorry, for that podcast with Arbiter and that? Or was it someone else?
I can't remember, to be honest. But the originally it was just going to be for stuff like that, but then it's kind of took off.
Yep.
If I knew it was going to take off and it'd be something that I'd be making money from, I would have called it something not so like specifically tied to one game series, to be honest, because I'm kind of done with
A
Halo,
dying
like
game series,
to an
yeah.
extent. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, right. And in terms of the shift, so obviously you did that for a little bit, but then you went to from the classic Keck or Cringe to then going to now where it's more of your talking videos, which I personally find the most enjoyable. I mean, hey, I love the Keck or Cringe things to death. Even now, I find it hilarious. I don't know how you thought of all those like lines and stuff, but going into the new stage, the new era of Master Cheeks, what caused that? What made you go, you know what? Actually, I want to voice how I'm thinking about this game.
I think I just wanted to do a video on Modern Halo because I was still playing Halo Infinite at the time.
Oh,
So I
rough.
wanted to make, but I'd gotten really sick of all like I already hated the cat ears when they
Mm,
first came out, and I was still kind of huffing copium at the time. But then, like, they started doing the bunny ears and the gay armor, and I was like,
yeah.
this is kind of this.
Yep.
So I thought I'll just make a video about it, and I was, to be honest, I wasn't expecting the video to do very well. I was expecting it to kind of get dislike bombed because I noticed there was like a lot of toxic positivity at the time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. 100%.
which was another reason why I wanted to make it because I think I talk about that in the video as well.
Yep.
But yeah, I ended up doing really well, and so I thought, okay, I'll just make some more. I'll do one reacting to the people responding to the video on Twitter, which was my introduction to Twitter, and
Oh, yeah.
I've been suffering for that ever since.
Yep.
I'm trying to get off it still. And then some people on Reddit reacted to me, and I thought, okay, great, I can react to the people reacting to me on Reddit now.
Free
And it
content.
just kind of went on for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I started talking about Halo 4. That became my most popular video. Talked about Halo 5. And people started calling me a grifter. It's like, oh, you only talk about this, for money, and that you're making money off of people's
Yeah.
anger. And so I was like, well, yes, I've made thousands, but yeah, no, I do, but I do believe in what I say. I do think Halo 4 is indeed a game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's more so like they're contributing to it. They're doing it, but all you're doing is actually, if anything, making use of what they're doing. Because what they say, again, it's when you post something online, it's useless. You're just talking to a wall half the time. So all you're doing is actually transpiring the content into something that's of worth. And what people are doing is they're watching your video, they're liking it, they're subscribing, and it makes it worthwhile. So if anything, you're actually, making more worth out of themselves of what they're doing. So I don't know. I don't really agree with that. I think what it takes more effort for you to look through it, rummage, and be able to still do a rebuttal coherently. I still and not lose it. So no, I give all the credit and applaud to you for being able to do that, and I don't think it should be shamed on, because I mean with Halo especially, what else are you going to do? There's nothing fresh nowadays. I mean, what I've done with my content, I've done it more as a creative approach where I've sunken hours into like going, oh, okay, if a studio was to reboot it, how would they take it, and this, that, and the other. But then I've also thought the same, like, well, what's this going to really do? And I kind of feel like, again, that's why I kind of connect more with your content, because I kind of go, I don't know, I can see myself doing this, but I obviously know it's not really the direction I want for my channel. Because like you were saying, I think when one of your posts, obviously worried about, if YouTube, again, just wants to send you the chopping block for some reason, you got a second channel and that stuff. Do you like have a long-term goal for your channel alone, or is it just more so now seeing what you can get away with?
To be honest, I don't know, which I probably
No?
should get a plan, to be fair. So I'm an animator,
Yep.
not employed at the minute, but I started doing some animation for the YouTube channel for a bit,
Hmm.
just to, because I wanted to get some practice and stuff. Like they're not the best, in terms of what I can do. I've definitely done better, but it's just like some fun stuff to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
And also I can put it on like a CV, assuming nobody manages to find out where the videos came from, because they'll
Yes.
and they'll find the channel. But
Oh, yeah.
the at the minute, YouTube's just like a hobby that makes me a decent amount of money.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, if when it like runs its course, it runs its course. But hopefully, I'll have something else to do by then. So I
Yeah.
don't think I'm going to be here forever, but here for a good time, not a long time.
There's good principles there. And I feel like, yeah, like you were saying, hey, if you got something lined up, especially something what you want to do, because you did say obviously you got thousands and such from YouTube in terms of revenue. So also that could also
Yeah,
help
yeah.
you in
From
terms of,
bitching about Halo, yeah.
yeah, well, that could also help you kind of project, propel yourself. That's not project, propel yourself to a career pathway, that you'd be more inclined to do. So it's also very good there. And you're kind of using it. It's interesting because I'm, again, trying to do YouTube. I've done it for a couple of years now, and I've uploaded like twice weekly, and I haven't got anywhere with it, but it's always been a long-term kind of dream for me to do YouTube. I can't really see myself doing other
Yeah.
things.
I
So it,
think the reason my channel kind of took off is because I've kept changing it where
yes.
I got really lucky initially
Mm,
where I got into it without even realizing. I didn't try and strategize it or anything, that
no, yeah.
the whole AI voice meme had started really taking off around the time I
Yeah.
started making my videos. But originally I was just making them for a friend because you can't really send the videos because they're Discord, and it's like, it's over 6 MB or whatever,
Yes.
so you
Oh, I
can't
hate
send
that.
it. So like I'll upload them to YouTube and stuff, and if anyone else finds them,
Mm,
whatever.
yep.
And then they started getting some views, and then I thought, okay, what else can I do with this? So I decided to do that podcast thing, and it didn't take off initially.
Yep.
So it took. I think there's like a 6 month gap or whatever in between like episode 1 and 2 because just like nobody watched the original, and I was like, this is way too much effort.
Mm,
And then I decided like I'll do it again, and I decided to do the Keko Cringe thing, and that really took off for a bit, especially the last episode. Funnily enough, it's not even like usually the views do like dwindle, with each one because obviously it's
yeah.
like if you
Yeah.
haven't seen the first episode, why would you watch the third episode? You know
Mm,
what I mean? But the final episode of Keko Cringe, or at least for the Halo 2 one, I think that was the first video of mine that got like to like 90,000 views or whatever.
mm,
And I always get really excited when a video gets over like, I think it's like 65K, I think, because that's when you can see the most replayed part and stuff, on the timeline. I'm like, I love doing that because I'm like, oh, what part of the video did people like the
yeah.
most? And
Yeah.
like for that one, it's the one where he goes, Tartarus, the prophets are,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
the stuff like that always makes me smile. And then after that, I started doing the commentary stuff, which is what I'm doing now mainly, and
Mm,
that's so yeah. I've been constantly changing it up a bit, and I'm still trying to change it up. Like I said, I've
yeah.
been doing the animation.
Yeah.
That got a lot of views on shorts, not so much as an actual video. I think it
Yeah.
got like I think it's like 35K on like as just a YouTube video for
Oh,
the grunt
that's
life, and
nothing,
then
eh?
it's got like it's got like 800,000 or something as a short,
Gotcha.
and then
Yeah.
the Jackal one, that one underperformed. This is gonna sound so big headed of me now saying it underperformed, but
Oh, yeah.
technically it did. It
Jeez.
got like what was it like 15K as a video,
Yeah.
and then it
Yeah.
only got
Dude, I'd
250K.
honestly, I'd kill myself if I got that. Yeah, I don't know how you'd cope.
The reason I say it underperformed is because it took off and then it just immediately stagnated
Yeah,
after like 3 days. So it's like it technically underperformed
I
because
get
it's
you.
not getting any more views now. Like three
Yeah,
months later.
and it's not big-headed at all. I mean, you're doing it in comparison to your sub count and
Yeah, I mean
also what you've
the
built.
video I uploaded recently, I'd say that one's like I did have a bit of a realization sort of thing because I still don't really think of myself as a like it's weird because I do make money off this, but I don't think of it as like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a famous YouTuber, Master Cheeks that,
Yeah,
Twitter definitely doesn't despise.
100%.
But
Yeah,
it's like I had a bit of a thing where I'm like, this video's not doing super well, but I'm like, well, hang on a minute, 35,000 views in under a week.
yeah.
That's not bad at
No,
all.
that's something to be
That's
proud of, man.
like obviously I'm not getting like Actman level views because he's got like over 1 million subscribers.
And
So
how long has he been doing it for? You know?
yeah, true. So for someone like me, I should be happy with that. Like the Halo Reach ring. Now I'll be honest, the main reason I'm annoyed is because I'm not getting as much money
Yeah,
from as
cash
I did
money,
from the Halo 4 one. Like that one, I think I know I don't want to start flexing my money and stuff because that's very, very
dude. You can do whatever
spiritually
you want
black.
here, man.
The I think I've got like 1,000 from that video alone.
Yeah,
So it's like, yeah, hell yeah. And I've started realizing that you can do like ads and stuff if the video's over 10 minutes long. So you can like I can just be I started rubbing my hands together like an merchant. Mate. I was doing the happy merchant sort of thing where
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I can just like add as many ads as possible. It's like you just better get YouTube Premium if you don't want this because I'm here. Like I said, I'm
Get
here for a good
stuffed.
time, not a long
Yeah,
time. I'm gonna
yeah,
get as much money out of this as possible.
yeah,
You're telling me I can make money
yeah,
for bitching about video games,
yeah.
mate? I'm gonna milk the out of this. I would like to say, even though like, I mean, I'm assuming this isn't going to get. I don't want to. That's going to sound mean, but I was going to say this is probably isn't going to get like a ton of views. But I do want to
No,
specify I'm not actually racist. A lot of people think I'm like genuinely racist because of all
no. He just
the
does it for the
George
money,
Floyd
guys.
thumbnails and stuff. I'm see. I think I spoke to this. I spoke to another. I was on another podcast recently. Mr. Asian Pie. I think I said this in that.
Mm,
I'm racist to black people in the same way that white lefties are racist to like the French and stuff, you know, where it's like,
I get you.
oh, French quote unquote people. And it's like you're only saying that. You're not saying that because you actually have any reason to dislike the French. You're saying that because it's the only one that is safe to make fun of. Right?
Yeah,
There's no motive behind it other than, well, that's a joke I'm allowed to make. You probably don't even know anything about the French, for one. You don't
yeah,
know why people dislike the French. You're just saying it because you're allowed to. So I've decided, you know what, I'll just do that. I'll do that to exclusively the ones that people get angry about because it's funny. I don't hate anyone based on race or gender or whatever. Or like, I mean,
no,
I was cameoed in another Australian YouTuber recently who is trans.
I see.
Is it no? Not Kylie. Kaylee Raids. They're a furry transgender, and they're a pretty cool person. So yeah, I don't actually discriminate on people. I think if people are cool, they're cool. You know, in a way, I'm more inclusive than any lefty person because I actually, you know, I was when I watched Kaylee's video, it's called just like the Halo Run or something, I think.
Mm,
And they had like an animated thing at the beginning, and I was like, okay, so first off, this person's transgender, like I immediately noticed, but I was like, the animation at the start is so cool. So I thought I'll probably I was expecting them to see my comment and be like, oh, it's you.
mm,
Oh, the chud, the Halo chud.
yeah,
But anyway, but regardless, I was like, oh wow, that's like how many frames were you animating at the beginning? That is crazy. And then they pinned my comment. And I was like, oh wow, they actually like me. That's yeah. And then
yeah.
they followed me on Twitter, added me on Discord, and then yeah, collabed with them. So I actually I don't really have any qualms with anyone based on initial things, despite Twitter thinking I'm like a neo-Nazi or something.
I get you. Well, I mean, I think anybody will think anybody's that on there. I think it's just the nature of that platform.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm banned from Reddit specifically because
oh
of the Halo
man,
Reddit,
that sucks to be
which
you.
no, that's awesome.
I'm banned
It's
too,
awesome.
actually. But for a
I
very
wish I
different
could be banned
reason.
from Twitter, to be fair, because I physically need to be unable to get on it because Twitter's like it's like the one ring, you know, it just
I
sort of
get you.
draws you in it for some
Oh
reason.
yeah, and yeah, most people
You
look
stick
like
your finger
Gollum
in it and
who
then you
play
end
it.
up in deep shit.
Yeah, and let's hope it's just the finger. But yeah, no, I was banned off the Reddit, the Halo Reddit, but very different reason. I'm assuming. Apparently, my YouTube video isn't fan content, so I was banned because they said that me promoting my
Here's
video
how
is
I
not
got
fan
banned.
content. How'd you get banned?
Here's how I got banned. Funnily enough, despite what you may think, has nothing to do with my YouTube channel,
Oh,
right? So I got banned around the time Halo Season 2 was coming out. And I was
classic.
kind of hoping, I was kind of coping and hoping, huffing a bit of hopium that Season 2 might be kind of cool.
Ooh,
So there was this scene from, I'll see if I can get like a GIF from Discord. I cannot find it, but anyways, it was basically that clip where Master Chief is like, he's in like the fog. I think it's the first episode of Season 2,
okay,
which had already aired, I think. Oh no, it hadn't aired. Hadn't
right,
aired. But it was in the trailer.
gotcha.
Anyways, but the episode hadn't aired at the time. And I thought, so I posted the screenshots, like, you know, show might be kind of shit, but this scene goes kind of hard. And it immediately got deleted. And they're like, please don't post spoilers for the show. It's not even out yet. What are you talking about? This is from the trailer. So I said, this is kind of daft. And then they were doing the classic Reddit mod thing. And they're like, wow, huh. It's like, I'm being word for word here. I said, wow, that's not a very humble way to ask for your post to get unremoved. I'm like, shut up. Shut up.
Wow. Genuinely, wow.
So yeah, because I didn't get on my hands and knees,
Yeah.
kissing this guy's ass,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got banned. And
Wow.
so I thought, well, that's stupid, isn't it? So I got another account and I went on Halo Reddit, and I guess they like IP track you or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So
They got
yeah,
all the
now
time
I'm
in the
banned
world,
off
man.
all of Reddit for ban evasion. I can hear you
I
now. I can
apologize,
hear you.
man. My internet just cut out. What did you
All
hear
right.
up to? What rambling nonsense of yapping is?
Um, Nothing really.
Ah,
You cut out like mid sentence.
right. So we'll go back to the beginning. Okay, again, as a wonderful host I am. So I mentioned about how you seeing this as a bit of a stepping stone, as opposed to like a place for you to kind of start. You're thinking maybe go to animating and
Not so
whatnot.
much a stepping stone, more
No?
like I guess if I could explain it in the most Reddit way possible, more like a side quest. It's like this isn't something that I'm expecting to lead into anything in the larger term. It's just going to be more as like, okay, I found something that I can get some money out of for a bit,
Yeah.
and also I'm having fun doing it.
Yeah.
So long as I keep making money and having fun, or like
See where it takes you.
one or the other, I'll keep doing it. And then if I get banned for being too funny, or if the channel just eventually withers away,
Mm.
whatever, I've got other stuff to do. This isn't where I'm planning to stay.
Nah.
Hopefully, I'm going to be an animator. Hopefully, I mean, I know, I know there's going to be people that dislike me that are going to see that and they're going to be like, "Oh well, better up your game, buddy." From like, because I've seen what you've been posting to YouTube. They're like, they're just sort of like stuff that I've done in my free time. They're not
Yeah.
like me trying very hard. Like I think there's not like a ton of animation frames in them, to be honest. Also, the art style was meant to be like it's meant to be really simple, just because I'm animating them on my own. So
I get you.
like, yeah, they're not my best, which is probably why I shouldn't put them on a CV anyway. Because aside from just the risk of
Yeah.
people linking it to my YouTube channel,
Probably. But again, you're very, this sounds very cringy in, Reddit terms, but I'd say you're very humble in terms of, saying you don't really think
I
you're,
thought you were gonna say when you said it's gonna sound very Reddit. I thought you were gonna say you're very wholesome, and I was like, no,
oh,
I'm
you're so
not.
awesome. I
I'm
really feel
I'm
like a
not a wholesome
family.
man at
Yeah.
all. I'm not very wholesome chungus, mate.
Nah,
No,
hold the
no.
wholesome. Strap chungus. You're very humble. And when you're talking about, your growth with YouTube and whatnot, again, it would be a shame to lose you on this platform. I think you do definitely bring breath of fresh air. And I think, again, when
I
you're
mean,
talking
if you like the
about,
content I make, you should probably go watch Big Bungie. I've kind of nicked his entire sort of his entire flow
I
is
see.
basically where I get my inspiration from. It's a lot of people actually confuse me for him because we've got similar. Well, I don't think we have similar accents or voices, but a lot of my audience aren't from the UK, so they probably can't tell much difference between accents. But a
Gotcha.
lot of people thought I was like Big Bungie's second account or something
Right.
for
I think I
Halo.
might have heard that name.
And so when sometimes I'll comment on one of Big Bungie's videos, and they're like, dude's commenting on his alt account, praising his own videos, and stuff like that.
Right.
Which I mean, I take it as a compliment because I
Yeah.
fucking love Big Bungie. He's a funny dude. He's such a funny guy.
By the end of this video, man, you got to give me like a list of people I need to put in the subscription. We got the other person you had interviewing in Australia, this, that. We'll get to that, but credit is due. But yeah, it's intriguing because when my internet cut out for some reason, apart from bad luck, I did also say one important point before we get into the final quiz of this red rundown, and I won't waste any more of your time for this episode. It was basically talking about how you're very carefree about if I lose the channel, it doesn't really matter, this, that, and the other. And which is really
Oh no,
strange.
I'd be fuming. I would be fuming.
You would, because you again, you've
Personally.
got so many subs and followers. Is there a certain point where it would kind of click where you go, okay, now I need to start really caring about looking after this channel and like maybe holding back? Is there like a point where you go, if I got X amount of subs or X amount of views, you know?
Not really, because I think
No?
that's kind of the point of the channel.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason it got so popular, is because I'm not
Yeah.
really bothered. And I think if I started doing that, I'd just become like all the other channels, which is, I think that's the reason I got popular in the first place, is that I'm one of the only Halo channels at the minute that doesn't really care. I mean, I've noticed, and I don't want to, again, I don't want to sound big-headed, because I
Don't
still
even worry
think
about it,
I'm
man.
just like, in my own head, I'm still just like a guy that's like got a channel,
Yeah.
that a few people watch.
A few.
I've noticed a few people making like similar content to me recently,
Yeah.
and there's one guy, I think they're called Based Asker or something.
Right.
And I was watching one of their videos. It's called Halo has a toxic positivity channel. Sorry, Halo has a toxic positivity problem.
I think I've
And
seen
I was
that.
just watching that. Yeah, I was watching that. It's like dude's making some good stuff. And then like the video, like towards the end, he's like, "Oh yeah, also a huge shout out to Master Cheeks. I love that guy."
Yes, I
I
have
was like,
seen that.
"Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah."
Yeah, it's good. It's nice seeing, and it kind of, as much as it might seem as like ripping off and things like that, it also makes me think, actually, I'd be much happier with that kind of a community with Halo where you can kind of be honest and not blowing smoke up the asses of 343 Halo Studios for whatever reason, which is still unbeknownst to me. I don't know why people would do it, but I would much rather that a place where, kind of gets rid of the old lot of YouTubers where it's, this whole thing of just a circle of people going, Halo's great now. Halo's back.
Well, I think like I'm obviously a new Halo fan, but I think it's kind of cyclical because
Hmm.
I think the reason that my kind of content is getting popular is because it's sort of reminiscent of like back in the day where people didn't really care.
Yep.
But obviously, we've already had content like this, and then eventually it changed, and I think it's going to happen again. Because so I've been semi-open about this. I'm not hiding it. I've just never really had the moments to speak about it in any of my videos. But I started off as a lefty,
Right.
even when I was making the video. So like you'll find some pretty cringe comments of me arguing in like my older videos where people who would probably be like they're probably still fans of me now.
Mm.
If they didn't get scared off back in the day, and I probably agree with them now, but people will be saying stuff, like saying like, oh, the new games were woke and stuff. And I'll be like, no, no, stop it. Woke's a bad, that's a bad word because I was a lefty in university at the time, and so if someone like me started off like that and then I've changed to become more right wing and edgy and stuff, I imagine it'll probably happen in reverse. There'll be a lot of people that start off kind of like me
Yep.
and they'll probably start to get more lefty. For example, Actman, he when he was making his video on Halo 5,
Yes.
he was complaining about like social justice warrior, because
Yeah. I think
they
that's one
gave
of his best
Cortana
videos.
the rugby player shoulders and stuff.
Yeah.
And they gave her that weird tech suit or whatever. He's like, what kind of social justice bull is this?
Yeah.
But obviously now he's a lot more.
Yes.
I don't want to call him woke because he's actually, I know a lot of people, right? Actman's one of those people where it really depends on who you're talking to because he's not
Hmm.
one of them where he's like, I'd say it's very 50-50 where he's popular,
It's not
but
universally
his
liked.
videos,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but he's popular, but his video and his videos are like almost always very well received.
Yes.
But if you were to go on Twitter or something, opinions on him would be mixed. Kind of like me,
Yep.
where my videos are pretty much all. I don't think I've had a single video that's dipped below 94% like to dislike ratio.
Really?
So I've never had a video that's performed badly. I don't know if it shows up because I know the dislike counter thing, the add-on. I use it,
Yep.
but I've realized it is inaccurate because I've got like one video where it because it didn't get a lot of views, it didn't have a single dislike because it didn't get many like views to begin with, but it said it had like 400 dislikes and only
Yeah. Right.
like 300 likes, and I was like,
Yep.
what the?
Mm.
There's not even that many comments on the video
Nah.
for one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's definitely inaccurate.
Yep.
But yeah, he's definitely changed a lot, and I
Yes.
think
I
I
agree.
sometimes do get that trolls remorse type thing that iDubbbz had,
Mm.
where it's like, oh man, there's people that dislike me because I'm like the content I make, but I'm like, I need to stop being a bitch because if I was gonna make the kind of content I make and I'm gonna be genuinely shocked when obviously some people don't
Mm.
like it, then
Yeah.
I shouldn't be making this content to begin with. But
Yeah.
I do find it fun when I'm making this content, and way more people like it than dislike it. So
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And with the whole Actman thing, I noticed, yeah, especially with a lot of his older content, like his Cold War 2, and that's a big standout for me, and also the Halo 5 one. I think the Halo 5 really put him, made his mark. But I feel like now
yeah.
it's less of the kind of, I don't really notice, because I'm not really political. Australia isn't actually political at
I'm
all.
not really, to be honest. I'm not actually, despite how it may seem, and this is another thing why
Yeah.
it kind of makes me laugh when people claim I'm this anti-woke alt-right grifter, and it's like, why does he say that? Well,
Yeah.
because he made a joke in one of his videos, but he also didn't say trans rights. So, we already I think he's saying the quiet part out loud. Like, nah.
Hmm.
I'm pretty apolitical. I go where the comedy goes, to be
Yeah,
honest.
well, that's a good way to go about it. But I mean, like in terms of not even knowing, in terms of political stuff, like I couldn't even be like, that's a word, centralist. I heard that one. That's a big word. But I don't even like over
Yeah.
here in Australia, politics it's not even touched really, unless like you're really old or you really know your stuff. A lot of people here, including myself, are very ignorant to it. So when people are like, like you said before, use the word lefty and stuff. A lot of
hmm
people don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Like personally,
I'm
like
jealous, mate.
yeah,
University
you
was
need to come
hell
to
for
Australia,
me
man.
because it was so like I was a lefty at the time when I was in university,
And what does that
and
mean?
yeah,
If I can
even
stop you,
just like a left leaning person, left wing,
what would some of those like
like
values be?
like a liberal and well,
Liberal.
like
Okay, I know that term. Yes.
well, that's the thing. That's actually a really good question. I don't know. I
No.
don't know what I don't know what being a lefty is, and most lefties wouldn't either, even though they'd identify as one, because they are they're so mentally they're so infantilized, I guess is the way to put it, in terms of what they're told, where they just think, oh, so we're the party that believe in human rights, and the other one is the one that doesn't, because they don't want people to enter their country for free. So yeah, the people that are on the left, they just think they're the good guys. They've got kind of Disney mentality where they
I gotcha.
genuinely think the world is like a Disney movie where it's the good guys versus the bad guys. I mean, look at Ice. Like, I don't even live in America and I know about Ice. Look at how many people were comparing Ice to the Empire because they watched that new Star Wars show Andor, and they were like, "Oh God, yes, finally a new thing I can use to compare to the real world."
Yes.
Because I'm so like I'm such a child, I don't actually understand it. But now I have a TV show to use as my little stand-in for it, even though it doesn't really work. To be honest, I have mixed feelings on Ice, but people acting like they're the Gestapo are because I mean, for one, it's kind of insulting to the people that were, killed by the real Gestapo,
Yeah.
because they were being a bit more extreme than that.
Um, and yeah, like going back to that, I mean, again, lefty, right? I don't personally think anybody should be prosecuted for however they write. I think, honestly, write however you want, whichever hand. Some people are ambidextrous nowadays. I don't know. But I think personally, going on to the Act Man thing, I don't really pick up on the politics. I think that's kind of the good thing about it, because the only thing I've really noticed with him is the conformity in terms of opinions, less of the political aspect, and maybe it's because I'm ignorant, I don't really see it, but I see more so he agrees a lot. For like, it's very similar to the whole thing I've noticed with a lot of people with the moist critical YouTuber, where people go, I can't make a decision
Oh yeah,
until
I don't watch
people,
him.
yeah, people say I can't make a decision until he makes a decision, and I feel it very similar to Actman. It seems like he's sometimes waiting for the general, and it maybe like you said, when you get a bit bigger, you care more about your channel. And I feel like the bigger he's got, the more he's held back with things. And he's gone, oh, I probably shouldn't go there with that. I did notice a bit of a change with the Campaign Evolved video he made, where he was actually not kind of pulling back. He wasn't holding back with all of his opinions. He was actually kind of having a go at LSUs, which was very fresh. It was very reminiscent, less of obviously any other aspect with, like channels like yourself, where it's more so, personalizing this. It was more so obviously breaking down the gameplay just without any other bits to it.
Yeah.
But I still
I
feel
will
like,
say about Axeman,
hmm,
my opinion of him has kind of changed a bit. So I used to really like him,
yep,
and then I kind of sort of not fell out with him, but I sort of fell out of love with him
yep,
for a bit, because I just sort of realized that a lot of his content is kind of, it's just safe opinion.
like a,
But then
yeah,
I've started to respect him a bit more now, because I've realized that he's not. There's so many other channels that are like Actman,
yep,
where aside from making this content, they'll then also just be a in real life. Which the Actman, Actman. I think he's called Kelly. He's a sound person. He's really nice.
hmm,
I mean, for one, he's he follows me on Twitter. He's subscribed to me.
oh wow,
I've got him on Discord.
oh,
The yeah, uh, he's gonna be in a video soon. I just need
whoa,
to get it's gonna be the next animated video. He's gonna have a cameo in that. When I can get off my lazy ass and actually finish the thing.
yeah.
him and Shredded Nerd are giving me it. So, this was something that I was actually keeping secret for a while. So, here you go. You can have your
Wow.
big scoop
Thank you.
before anyone else knows.
Wow.
uh, yeah. So he's like a really nice person because obviously, if he was to do a collab with me, like a proper one,
Mm.
that would be like a massive risk to his audience because
Oh
obviously
yeah.
he's got a more
The
left wing audience,
affiliation and whatnot.
and
Yeah.
someone like me,
Mm.
you know. So the fact that he's actually willing to hang out with people like that,
Yeah.
I really do respect him because that's not only him sort of not caring so much what his audience thinks, that's also him in a sense, in a way, not massively, but taking a bit of a risk, as
Yeah.
by even if it's loosely affiliating with someone like me, because I'm not just someone that makes controversial content. I'm probably like corrosive to some of the people
Yeah.
that watches Act Man. Do you know what I mean?
I get
Where
you. I mean, that's also quite upsetting as well, knowing that whoever you kind of affiliate yourself with YouTube and whatnot kind of affects. Because I
Mhm.
mean, me personally, I don't. I literally do variety gaming, and all I do is like yourself. I just talk to people. It doesn't matter what political standing they have. Doesn't matter this, that, and the other. Obviously, if they hurt someone, 100%. But like with yourself, I just see it as an opportunity to gain another perspective. And I think, yeah, when you start having to worry about, oh, I can't talk to so and so because my friends or subscribers, will really hate me for it. You know what I mean? It's very much like the playground mentality where it's, oh, well, if I start hanging out with this kid, the popular group's going to hate me. I think that should be really frowned upon, especially in YouTube. And it kind of ruins that sense of a collectible used to be a thing on YouTube. Again, back in the prime time of your good old YouTubers, I feel like we kind of lost that. There's more of this segregation because X has, this certain mentality. This person's got this, Zed's got that.
Yeah.
And I think that, like you're saying, and it's kind of sad that you have to cherish it. I know it's obviously good that you're acknowledging, oh, I can't believe he's doing this, but it's kind of sad that it's going, oh, it's great that he wants to spend time with me because just who I am. And it's like, it's sad. It's true, but it's sad that you have to think like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's just one of those things. I mean, it is
It
what it
is.
is. I can totally understand why someone like me obviously will never be mainstream because a lot of the stuff that I do involves making fun of groups of people, so
Yeah.
it's kind of inherently it's not going to work. So I don't want to be a bully exactly
No.
because being a bully doesn't feel good, but at the same time, when I think it's kind of a what's the word? That woman that South Park hates. What's she called?
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Woman. That woman. The Streisand effect. That's the word.
Oh, yes.
I think it's like that where you get these people like transgenders, for example, or immigrants, and you're like, you cannot make fun of these. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
can't make fun of them. Right? If you do that, listen. That's very bad. Okay, times have changed. So when you get groups of people like that, and you're like, you can't say anything about these people. Obviously, people are going to get so annoyed because these people also then go on to make content about like white people this, straight people that, cis people that,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, I don't care because for one, I'm anonymous on here
Mm.
and stuff, and I don't want to. Again, I really don't want to be like framing myself as like I'm speaking up for the people.
The V for
I don't want to be like
Vendetta.
that. I'm doing. I only do this for me. I'm not doing this for.
Yeah.
I'm not like the Paul Atreides of the chuds or whatever.
I get you.
Big Bungie is that, I'd say. Big Bungie is unhinged. He did get his channel deleted, and
Oh,
he
wow.
came back
Okay, I
as
need to
a
check him out.
Nega Bungie.
Mega
Yeah, he's
Bungie.
so funny. He's
Yeah.
one of the funniest people on YouTube. Which I genuinely, like, this is gonna sound so gay. I was genuinely like beside myself when he got his channel deleted because he's one of the funniest people.
Yeah,
And
right.
luckily, a lot of people archived his videos because he is so funny.
Yep.
Um, I hope he doesn't mind me basically stealing his sense of humor
Yeah, well, I mean,
for,
hey, it
for my videos because
works.
he's a lot funnier than me. I'll say that. Don't want to
Oh, I
glaze
might
him
have to
too
check that
much,
out
but
then. Yeah.
he's really good.
So I don't want to waste too much of your time because, again, for those viewers, we have another segment lined up, which will be like another 30 minutes, and I've already hassled this poor guy. So we're going to finish off with a quiz because every Red Rundown has a bit of the second quiz. So we did that thing earlier. It's just so then it's less of a 15-question quiz. Now it's 10 because that was 4 questions and I can't do math. So I have 10 speed round questions for you, okay? Which myself and my good friend Murray the Awesome, shout out to him. We made a little question quiz thing for you, okay? And this will be your kind of, making up for it, because you got 2.5 out of 4 last time. And I was actually quite upset, especially the time I put into it. So you can make up for it here, okay? So we got 10 rapid fire questions, okay? So first one's a multiple choice, okay? So question 1, why was Arbiter punished in Halo 2? Was it A, because he was cringe, not keck? B, he was a bad boy? Or C, you haven't played that game?
Oh, I haven't played that game. Which one's that?
You know what?
Halo 3 Combat Evolved, isn't it? He appears in.
You going with that one?
Are we talking about Halo 2? Why was he punished?
Yeah.
When he failed to stop the didn't he? They blew up the cube or whatever.
Yeah. So he's a bad boy? Would you say he's a pretty bad boy?
Yeah, it was bad.
He was a bad boy.
It was badish, yeah. It was they let them blow up the Halo ring. So
that's not ideal. That's a fireable offense in a lot of places. So yeah, you're correct. That's the first thing. So the second thing is, you know me, well, you don't really, but let's pretend you do, so I feel happy. I love my visual things. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to send you something right now. You got to tell me which map from Halo 2 this is.
Is that Lockout?
Is that Lockout?
I'm actually not very well versed in all the map names, to be fair.
Everybody watching, you have a visual representation of this on the screen.
I think that's Lockout, isn't it? That's the one where there was the
I don't know.
Before my time, this almost, but there was the ghost of Lockout, wasn't there?
There was that for that map, yes.
Elite ball knowledge here.
I'm actually.
Which is going to be more embarrassing if I'm wrong.
Yeah, so you think that was this map?
I think that's Lockout, isn't it?
That was Lockout that happened, but would you say this is Lockout?
I think that's Lockout.
You reckon? Locking that one in? You see what I did there? Locking that one in? All right, well, you're correct. That was Lockout. So, third question. I definitely didn't make this one. Have you subscribed to me yet?
I have not.
Okay, don't worry about it. I won't cry.
I haven't checked out your channel, to be fair. I've been busy.
That's what I'm going to say. Question 4. I didn't make this one either. Can you subscribe to me, please? In brackets, I did say please.
Well, you've also just told me not to, so...
Damn, you're good.
I'm getting some mixed signals here.
Do you get points for that? Do you want points? I could give you 2 points if you want.
What can I do with these points?
No. You get 2 points. You've scared me. You have a lot of big subscriber count, and it's made me feel inferior as a YouTuber, and I guess I just got to give it to you. So, question 5, Mr. Bully, said you didn't want to bully, and look at you here, just bullying smaller YouTubers for your own gain, but that's all right. Question 5, hear me out. The Gravemind, thoughts?
No.
You didn't mention that. I was a bit upset. You didn't mention him at all in your latest video.
Yeah, no, I don't. I probably should have. I kind of rushed that video.
You did.
No, I would not. I'd put him in the hell no.
I see.
In the tier.
Put him there. All right. I guess
you might have to censor that.
I might have to. There's a lot I might have to censor. I mean, funny enough, I didn't even mention this from the get-go. I'm actually considered a child-friendly channel, so my poor editor is going to be doing some crazy stuff. So number 6. Now this is the true test. If you're a true, YouTuber who cares about your fan base, your subscribers. If you get this wrong, it means you don't care and you're just doing it for the money. Okay, and you don't have to answer that. That wasn't a question. So question 6, what are your most viewed and least viewed videos? This is for 2 points. If you get one right, it's 1 point.
So I know that my most viewed video is it's the Halo 4 one. I do not know what my least viewed video is, to be fair. I think it's actually no, I know. I think I know which one it is. I think it's the I was really sad that it didn't get a lot of videos, a lot of views, but looking back, it wasn't that good. It was some like Dune video where it was like, and I only remember this because I remember being upset that it didn't get any views. It was like I found a rip of Dune 2 where there was none of the Fremen subtitles. So like, what if I just did it where I make it sound like he's saying a bunch of scuff, like he's failed his language exam.
I get you. Did you remove that?
I don't believe I did.
Okay, because it's not that then, if that's correct. I hope you haven't unlisted it, because then this whole thing is ruined and I might have a breakdown. But it's fine, because you got the first one, the game that ruined Halo. That was your Halo 4 one, I believe. The other one was Keck or Cringe Season 3 Part 2 soundtrack.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
unfortunately...
Bear in mind, actually, speaking of...
Yes?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's still there, the Dune one.
I
Yeah, it's
see.
got only slightly more views than it.
Ah,
The guy that did the soundtrack for that is great.
I see.
He's a cool dude.
But
Compass Pictures, it's called.
shout out to them too. Holy, this list is getting bigger, but obviously not big enough for you to recognize him and, you know, notice that he's there. So unfortunately, you just don't care about him, which is fair enough. I understand. But this is a tough question now. So the last one, obviously, you only got 1 point out of 2, so you're a bit shaky. You know, you're not too sure. You got to get this one right to secure the bag. So, question 7: can you spell the human faction? UNSC.
No, I've got dyslexia. I haven't actually. UNSC.
Yeah, can you spell
Can I
it
spell
for
it?
me? Yeah.
UNSC. What do you mean spell it?
No, wait. Let me just yeah, that's right. Yeah, cool. All right, that's another point. It wasn't a trick question. Okay. So this is probably one of the easiest ones. You should get this as a Halo fan, especially new or not. You know, everybody knows this. So, what is widely considered to be the saddest Halo game?
Depends. Depends what you mean by saddest, because I was pretty sad when I played Halo 5, realizing it was a lie.
That's true. That's true. I mean, in terms of
Um,
emotionally invested, you know, the game is
well,
considered to be
that
that's a really
depends, because like a lot of people think Halo 4 is really sad, but I think that game's
well. I mean, Halo game. Sorry, I forgot to mention Halo game.
Halo Reach, and I'm assuming.
Do you think Halo Reach? All right. Well, Halo is Spartan Strike, so you're close, but you're lacking a
I
lot of
forgot that
narrative
was-
elements. Spartan Strike
I
is
don't think I
really
even
just
played that one.
I don't know. It's from if you're a mobile kid, you'd probably know. I've never played it in
Oh
my
yeah,
life,
definitely haven't
but
played it.
yeah. So, I mean, hey, you don't get a point for that because I don't know. I guess I make the rules. Question 9: how many times has Mr. Chief appeared in your thumbnails? Now, this might be accurate. Okay, it's multiple choice. I'll read out the answers for you.
Mr. Chief.
Mr. Chief, Master Chief, the man himself.
Oh,
You're Mr.
Master
Chiefs.
Chief.
Don't be confused there. That was a
I
tricky
thought you were
one.
talking about Mr. Chief, the
No, not
thing
the.
from the
I get you. The
the
drawing.
cartoon-looking thing.
I
Yeah.
get you.
I don't know that.
I'm going to be giving you some answers, so don't you worry, all right? I've got you here. So this might be accurate, it might not be, but there's one which I'm pretty sure is. So A is 52. B, it's a trick question. C, it's 44. Or D, it's 63.
Well, no, it's not a trick question because he's definitely appeared in some of my
So
videos,
you're
but not
pretty
all
good.
of them.
You've answered the question before then.
What was it again? 52 or what?
44 or 63?
I'm gonna say 52.
Lock it in 52. Well, that's correct. If my math was right, then you're right. So that means you got the last question here. This is number 10. So this will be your 15th overall over the span of this episode. Okay. Halo, you ever heard of it?
No, I'm not religious, so not really into
Well,
that
did you know
stuff.
Halo is actually a religiously related game? I don't know if you've ever heard
Did
of that.
not know that.
Yeah, it
No.
does actually got a lot of religious, like, you know, the prophet, that you know, the Halo ring. Obviously, Halo.
Yeah.
John 117. You know, it's actually a Bible verse. Funny enough.
Did not know that. No.
Yeah. No. I might make a video on it possibly in the future if someone else doesn't do it
Maybe.
already. Well, do you want the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You got 11.5 out of 15. So there you go. It's pretty good.
Cool.
It's a number. I can tell you that. But so I don't waste any more of your time. That is it for the Road Rundown. Do you want to say anything to the audience of 200 subscribers? I don't know what that means.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
Anyways,
No worry.
it's been good being on. Good chatting with you.